This is a professional production.
We're literally in your lounge, gal.
Bestie Boos. Kia ora e hoa ma. Welcome back to Bestie Boos.
Hello, how are we?
Oh, good. How are you, gal?
I'm good, gal. How are you?
Well, yeah, good.
Still good?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's do it then, eh?
Yeah, today on the show, Diddy got a visit from a major celeb at his trial.
Did he?
Did he just? Our digital billboard is live. Sarah was given the biggest scare of her life, but over what? Our birth stories, and I've taken another important step in the grieving process that I want to fill you in about, Gal, because I have not told you.
No.
And I have a midwinter challenge for us where I will need the podcast listeners' help with this one.
Trust.
Yes, I know. It's low lights. I believe I'm starting.
Oh, cool.
My
I thought
low-
I was starting, so that's great.
I don't know.
You go, though.
Okay.
Yeah. Let you have a win.
Thanks, mate. My low light is I got an email the other day from my power company. Not a price increase. Straight up just saying, nah, by the end of winter, we're gone. You need to get a new power company. It's Frank. Have you heard of them?
Oh, no, because I was considering going to them.
They are very good because they're like for where I am, they are the cheapest one. And there's
really
no
like-
frills, no free hours of power or anything like
Yeah.
that. It's just straight cheap rates. And they are a subsidiary of Genesis. And they said it's too hard for them to have running two companies and two staffs and stuff. So they're ditching Frank and going back to Genesis. And I ain't going to Genesis.
I really liked Frank's energy. Frank energy.
I really like
liked
Frank's energy.
Well, I
he was
did.
such a good guy.
Because I loved their marketing.
It was just like no bull.
Yeah, let's be frank.
Well,
You know, that sort of stuff.
Frank is no more.
Oh, that's a bummer because
a
similar,
bummer for you, mate.
well, I was
My
considering
power
going with
company.
them. My power bill, $600 last month. I literally asked ChatGPT, why is this like more than it's ever been in my whole
What?
entire life? And they said, did you get a spa pool? And I said, absolutely not. This gal ain't got no
There's
pool.
three of you in your house, and one
I
of them
know.
is very small.
I know.
Mine's at like $250 for the month. I've been talking to ChatGPT actually about how to get my power bill down. One hot tip: put all your faucets on cold, because apparently if you leave them on hot, even if the water's not going, that's still using power.
Seems dumb.
Does seem dumb. Not sure if it's true, but that's what it told me. Anywho, your turn. Sorry.
Did you not have a highlight?
Oh yes, I did, gal.
Great.
I went to an outlet store across town,
Yes, you did.
and I got a squishmallow pet bed.
She doesn't even have a pet.
No,
Literally no animals in this house.
No, but I've been thinking about getting Luna a cat for a while. I thought when she gets older, I want to get her a cat. It would be nice to fill up the house. Bit of love. I saw the pet bed gal and I thought, wow,
Gonna
gotta
have to get
the
the
cat now.
God, I'm not on board.
Oh,
Sorry. Just think, they're just going to ruin everything.
no.
I'm not a cat gal.
Are you
anyway.
any animals?
Am I?
Are you a dog gal?
I've got a dog.
Oh, you do too. Okay, cool.
I know people often are like surprised or like when I mention that, they're like, oh, do you? You literally never talk about her. Oh, she's so old. But that's why we leave the heat pump on all day because poor Tess is at home. And actually, it's all making sense now why the power bill might be so high because when I go out, I feel sorry for her. So I put the TV on. I don't want her to get lonely.
Fair call.
Yeah.
She deserves that. Okay,
Yeah.
You?
My highlight, I know we're going to touch on it later, but it's got to be the billboard.
Oh, yes.
So good. It's just been so much fun all week. And then my low light actually is just I'm hating the cold. It's been way too cold this week. It's cold and it's dark and I'm not a winter girly. I just do not thrive in this season. So
No, fair.
not for me.
Not for me either, gal. Pop culture roundup. You have been watching the Alex Cooper. Is it a doco?
Yeah, 2-part doco series on Disney. Call her Alex.
So if people don't know Alex,
How could you not? If you're listening to this podcast, chances are you're listening to hers. It has the largest female listenership in the world. Call her daddy.
Yeah. What a great name.
I know. So what I also didn't realise is it's only been around like 5 years.
Wow. And it's an interview podcast. She's always got like,
It
I
is
remember
now.
seeing recently it was like Chapel Roan and
Yeah.
all of that.
It didn't start as that, but that's what it is these days.
Oh, really? What did it start as?
Her and her friend. Oh.
Where's
and it
the
was
friend?
quite salacious. Is that the word? That's a big word for me. And yeah, they talked about really raunchy stuff and like how to give like really
How to give like really
like sexual.
good techniques.
Yeah, good techniques, technique
Okay.
tips.
Technique tips.
Yeah, things like that. And then her and her bestie, well, it wasn't her bestie, but her and the girl that were doing it together had a blow up and c'est la vie.
Oh, sucks to be the
Yeah.
other gal.
Yeah.
Call her poor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry. I thought
Don't
that
even
was-
know her name
don't laugh
anymore.
at my
Like
joke.
everyone knows Alex Cooper. Do we know the other gal? No.
No, I didn't even know there was another gal.
I know. So anyway, it talked all about her and it talked about the podcast, which I loved. But there was this bit about when she was in college that
Boston
came out.
University.
Yeah. And she went there on a sports scholarship for D1 soccer. And after like 3 or 4 years, it came out that her coach, who she names, I want to say
Nancy
Nancy
Feldman.
yeah, was actually sexually harassing her.
Yes, because I haven't watched this yet and I really want to, but I saw a wee clip on TikTok of her, Alex Cooper's mum.
Yep.
They went to the university
Yep.
with like a book of evidence.
Yeah. So pretty much Alex was ringing home all the time and being like, oh, you know, the coach is getting weird. Like they're always wanting to like talk about everyone else's sports technique, but then they're wanting to talk about my personal appearance or what I've been up to in the weekend or why I didn't stay on site last night and why I stayed at a boy's house and who I'm dating and wanting to know all this stuff. And every time Alex would ring home and mention these weird things, her parents would write it down. Write it down, write it down, write it down. And when shit really blew up, they walked into the university and they were like, here we go, read the book, start at the start. And the sports directors and stuff didn't even touch the book, looked at each other and said, what do you want?
Oh, they
And
wouldn't even look
I
at the
know.
That shows you that they already knew it was
God,
going
yeah.
on. So now I believe they basically nothing came from that.
At the
Like,
time, no.
did she
said-
leave the sport?
Yeah, she said, I want to play soccer. Like, that's what I want. And they were like, well, we're not getting rid of her. She's the coach. So you can stay at university, you can keep your sports scholarship, but that's it.
Wow.
So that was it.
And so now, I bet
Yeah.
you they never thought that
I
this
know.
girl was going to be the biggest female podcaster in the world, pretty much.
I know.
And now she can level all these allegations because I don't think the coach is still there.
I don't know. I
But
didn't
they
look into that.
nothing
Yeah.
ever came from it. So there'll be other stories.
I love all the behind the scenes stuff of all this sort of thing. And I'm like, oh man, all the producers of this Call Her Alex doco series. Imagine all the legal stuff they've gone through in order to release this to make sure it doesn't backfire.
Yeah.
And then, oh my God, statements from the university. And it's just going to
Wow.
blow up something wicked, surely.
You've been loving watching this though because you keep saying to me, Gal, oh, we're on to something. Oh, I'm feeling good.
Aw.
I'm so inspired by Alex's story.
Yeah, so good. Her story is pretty inspiring. So why not? If she can do it, we can do it, gal.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Lean in. I'll have to watch that. Something I saw this week. I don't know if you if you were P. Diddy, okay, and you're on trial for the trial that you're on, all of these horrible accusations, and then Kanye West turns up at your court trial to support you. Are you stoked or are you genuinely like, this is the worst thing that could have happened to me right now?
Like nail in the coffin, eh?
Yeah.
Like, oh, please.
Your one supporter, your one celeb
Yeah.
supporter is Kanye West. You know that things are not going well.
And Kanye even bought, is it Bianca Censori?
I thought they were getting
Me
divorced.
too.
though.
And then he brought her along to the courtroom, which they couldn't even get into.
I know. And then apparently he was only there half an hour. He ended up getting into some room, in some holdover room, and he only stayed for half an hour. But he said he was going to support Diddy. Stuck by his word, so we'll give him that.
I wonder what Fitty has to say about that.
Fitty, Diddy.
I love
Yay.
50 Cent. Like, his Instagram is just so good.
He's just got so much to say about it
Yeah.
all, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's such a hater on Diddy. Like, he has been for the longest time, so he's really, like, loving this at the moment.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And the Beckhams, they're still having their scrap, but something exciting happened for them.
Yes, congrats, David. He is now Sir David Beckham.
Wow, a night.
The king gave him a knighthood, so Victoria can now go by Lady Beckham if she pleases.
Hello, lady.
I know. Word on the street is people thought she would be hoping and still hoping to get her own damehood one day. Because she's
Wow.
got like already, I want to say like an OBE or something for services to fashion. Yeah. But
I don't know a lot what she does with fashion. I just know she does fashion, but I couldn't tell you what else she does.
We are aspiring fashion as we sit here in our cardigan sweatshirt. But anyway, yeah, apparently two of the sons shouting from the rooftops, love that for dad. Brooklyn and Nicola, silence. They haven't made a public statement of support. So
A lot of chat this week over Sabrina Carpenter. She released a new song, Man Child. Very good. Do you like it?
I haven't really got into it that much yet, to be honest.
I love the bit where it's like, amen, hey man. She's so good with those play on
Yeah.
word things. She wrote a letter saying, I didn't expect to release an album so quickly after the last one, but I'm just so inspired
Bless.
and it's got to come. And all those things you loved off the album before, all those fun little quirky things. There's just going to be more and more of that. So I'm really excited for that. But there's a lot of brouhaha, as they say in the trade.
Do they?
Over the picture that she released with the song.
Yeah.
Because the new album's coming out at the end of August. It's called Man's Best Friend. And in this picture, which they think is going to be the album cover, Sabrina's on all fours.
Yeah.
And there is someone in a tuxedo who you can't see. You can just see the arm reaching out, and he is holding her hair like a leash.
Oh.
Have you
I
not
don't know
seen
if
it?
I've seen that pic.
Yeah, no, it's like Sabrina's a dog. And yeah, so people are a bit like that about it because they're like, oh, Sabrina.
Yeah.
And some people are like, well,
She's
there's
got to
just
have
a
more
lot
to the
of-
story. She's got to have more to the story because
Well, there
she's
was a-
all about women empowerment.
She
So-
is. But there was a theory I saw online that perhaps this is a zoom in picture. And when you zoom out, it'll be Sabrina holding her own hair. Like, as in, she's the man and she's in charge. And
Oh, see, I'm thinking, how flexible is this gal? You know, weird.
oh, wow, she is good.
Yeah,
Those
wow.
Juno positions have been really
I
strengthening her up.
know. Good on her.
She says that we're the ones all obsessed with sex, though. Because she says she puts it out there, but that's the stuff people love. She goes, everyone goes and YouTubes all my Juno positions at my show, but no one else YouTubes the other funny things that happen. You guys are the ones that are obsessed with sex.
Yeah, and I did used to love all her nonsense endings. How when she was playing in a different city, she would do a different rhyme
To the song,
yeah,
eh?
to that city.
Yeah,
so
that's
that was
clever.
good. She was clever.
She's a clever gal.
All right, we'll see what the picture is then, hey?
Yeah. And then her mate Taylor Swift.
Yeah, can you believe it? Taylor Swift's mate, Blake Lively.
Oh, I know.
Big
page
win for
6.
her.
Yeah, big win for her because
Baldoni's lawsuit got squashed. Couldn't go ahead, the judge said. So
the 400 million defamation suit got rejected, but they can reapply for certain parts of it. So it's like basically saying this thing as a whole is a no, but you can come back and try these things and they'll probably be a yes. So we'll
Gotcha.
basically see what happens there. It's not over. So if you thought, woohoo, it's done, it's not done.
I definitely thought woohoo because, yeah, I'm
No.
just over this chat.
No more woohooing.
Calm down on my
Stop
woohoo.
that. No. Ooh.
Hey,
No, I'm not finished.
well, I just had a bit of an unpopular opinion about
What?
that. I actually really liked that movie.
I never seen it.
Oh, you've got to.
No, I haven't watched it.
Oh, come round.
Come around.
I'll put it on.
Page 6 is reporting, though, Taylor Swift is, nah, don't come near me, Blake. We are done. We're never getting back together. Like, ever.
Oh, that makes me sad for them.
Well, not really. If Blake's been a shit friend, see you, hun.
Yeah, well, it makes me sad, though, to lose a friendship. Because isn't she like the godmother of Blake and Ryan's
Yes.
children?
This is a really intertwined
And her
relationship.
children were even in the start of that song, Gorgeous.
Yeah, they're in it, and then her children's names are in Taylor's
Yeah.
songs.
Oh, well, we'll be her friends. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
I am just so excited because we bloody got the billboard.
I know. And what I didn't realise is that it's actually 2 billboards because it's a double-sided number. Oh, my gosh.
So last week, I think when we left the podcast, I was still not sure whether or not it was going to be a goer. Depends what happened when I got to work on Monday. You know what? Just didn't cross paths with the boss on Monday, and then we just got it sorted, popped it up.
So basically, you and the girls just went, we took that as confirmation. Let's just roll ahead. I'm guessing all the other workmates were like, gal, he said it. Just do it.
And to be fair, I did say to him, I'm taking this as confirmation. And he said, good, because it is. So,
well, you had it in the bag, gal. And so then your workmate, she did all the wee fancy graphic designer stuff, and she can just load it up.
yep. Before the end of day on Monday, she goes, it's up, it's live, it's happening.
Oh, my gosh.
I know.
And then we went to see it the next day.
Yep.
It was very exciting to see it in the flesh.
Oh, God, yeah. So exciting.
Isn't it very strange to see your face so large
Yeah.
and up and weird?
I know. My sister-in-law actually voice noted me on Tuesday morning and she was like, oh my God, did I just see your face on Blenheim Road? Oh my God. Like, she could not believe it. I was
like,
so chuffed.
I've just gone to the mall and I saw your face.
I know. It's crazy. And then later in the week, we actually revisited by night. That thing glows.
And the colour choice is very striking, gal.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, it is like cerise pink and teal. Huge picture of us on the side. Pretty much just says, Bestie Boos, hurry up and listen, please. We'd love your support.
You can check it out on our Instagram if you haven't
Yeah.
seen it, Bestie Boos Show. But something did happen while we were there. And gal.
I was excited.
I have had, let's just say, a horrible life. Okay? I've had a horrible life. I'm going to put it out there. It's been pretty shit.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have to say that was one of the worst moments of my
Oh,
life.
get off. It was not even that bad.
It was so embarrassing.
Nah.
So we're standing there, we've just taken a photo with our billboard and stuff, and then there is a truck driving past, a Coca-Cola truck, just a man doing his deliveries, trying to live his life.
Yeah.
And Sarah, she's like, hey, waves her arm at the guy driving the truck, and then she goes, points at herself like, look at me, and then look at that billboard. And then she's going, that's us. It's us up on the billboard. And so then the guy who's just trying to deliver Coca-Cola is glancing at Sarah, glancing back and looking up at the billboard, and he sort of clicks and he goes, oh, and then he starts tooting. At that point, I'm already in the far corner, hands over my face doing... Like, I'm like this.
Oh my God. You're so dramatic.
No, I have never been so embarrassed in my life. I could have had
That was not embarrassing.
That was so embarrassing.
Yeah. He was like driving past and he was like, oh my God, is that you? And I was like, yeah, that's us. And then he was excited and I was excited with him. He was like a 70-year-old man. Let him have his excitement.
Oh, nah, bro. I was so embarrassed. It was very shameful.
It was all over in like half a second.
Nah, man. I was fucking mad. That was bad. That was bad.
I do not even understand what's so bad about
Lana
that.
came around the next day and I was like, Lana, bro, something happened yesterday and it was honestly the worst thing ever. And she herself died of embarrassment.
No, she
too.
didn't.
She did. She was sitting where you are on that couch and she went like,
Oh, well, this is a shout out to Lana.
Bro. She goes, you have had a horrible life. That is too much.
That is not, your life's been so shit. That is definitely not up there with the shittest part of your life.
It was, bro.
Oh, don't make a nice moment mean. That's awful. I'm out here trying so hard getting us billboards and you're like, that's so embarrassing. I hate you. You're the worst person in my life.
I did not say I hate you.
I'm pretty sure I heard you say.
Oh my God. I'm just saying, stop fucking embarrassing me.
Oh, sorry, gal. Calm down.
And speaking of you embarrassing me, you actually embarrassed me even worse the next night. I don't know what night. It was like Friday night or something, and you're at my house. You've come round, you've popped in. We go out to the garage. I open the garage door because we're about to get into the car.
Yeah.
The garage door opens and you let out a blood-curdling scream. Like you were on
That's
a
true.
horror movie.
I know. I was scared. I told you.
The garage door, and she goes, I don't want to be loud, but it was like,
I know.
and my heart just was like,
I know.
I thought I was going to turn around and see my whole family murdered.
I know.
Blood gushing everywhere. I thought Taylor Swift was going to be headless
Yes.
outside holding my children's bodies.
I know.
What even happened?
I don't know. We opened the garage door. It was pitch black. I thought I heard someone say, hello. And then I couldn't see because it was dark out there and light. I don't know. It was like my eyes went crazy. So I just screamed. I didn't.
But you didn't hide. You didn't run.
I
didn't
told
get into
you
a
that
stance.
is my flight or fright mode response.
You said my flight or fight mode to me. Sorry, I was just in flight or fight. I was like, yeah.
Flight or fright. I don't know, gal.
And then you start going, oh my God, maybe it was my phone. Oh, what was that? But I genuinely, it was like fucking 9 o'clock at night. I was like, you're going to wake
neighbours.
up. The neighbours' kids, man. My neighbours probably thought something, like it was bad. If I'd heard that from inside, I would have gone outside to be like, something is really wrong.
And to be fair, I obviously genuinely thought something was very wrong. I don't know what happened, gal. I was just very scared. I told you I don't like the dark. The lights were off in the garage and then we were, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it was very scary. Imagine if somebody had just hello.
Yeah, and if they had, I probably would have screamed.
Exactly.
But they didn't, and there was no one there.
I know. I just got a
I
little
even
bit
went out
confused.
and did a perimeter check with a torch. I was like, oh my God, I need to check now.
I know.
That
Sozy.
was, gal, honestly, I've never experienced something like that in my
sheesh.
life. I've never
Goodness
seen someone that
gracious.
scared, ever.
I was pretty scared. Save me.
Oh my God. We mentioned this last week about telling our birth stories.
Oh, yes.
The stories of when we gave birth to our babes. Before we get into this, though, I just want to shout out to people who are struggling with infertility. It's just really, really rough. And so I know you desperately wish you had your own birth story to give. And so I just want to give a shout out to you guys, thinking of you for sure. But did you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
You go first. I haven't really considered about what I want to share.
Okay.
I'm a bit nervous now.
Right. So what would I want to share about my labour? I would say that it was long. So the day before I went into labour, I thought I was in labour. It was like they call it a latent. So it sort of started and then fizzled out 5 hours later. And so I was like, okay, false alarm. Went back to bed. Next day, early morning, same thing happened again. I thought, it better happen this time. Because that was the day before my due date. So I was like, I'm ready.
Yeah.
You know, and I was full of fluid, very sore pelvis. So ready to go, gal.
Yeah.
You know, do the thing at home. It's very painful. My sister and my mum
Do the what thing?
You know, I'm in labour.
Oh.
You know, waiting at home till I can go to the
I thought you were
hospital.
talking about something else.
What would I be doing?
I don't know.
Doing the thing. I did not do the thing.
Do the thing, you know, that they say to bring on labour. Do
It's
that
the
thing.
last thing I wanted. So finally get up to the hospital once I'm at that point. I think it must be like, I don't know, 6 or 7 centimetres, something like that. I'm going quite well. It's painful, but I've been doing my breathing. I did a hypno course and that gave me some, like, explained what was happening to my body while it was in birth.
Nice.
That really helped me understand. So I knew what was going on, did lots of breathing, got on the gas hard, gal. I huffed that. Sam is so, I don't know if Michael was like, yeah, I would. Sam was so annoying because he'd be like, oh, can I have a turn now? Can I have a turn now? When the midwife wasn't looking. And then he'd huff on the gas. But I'd be sitting there like, bro, give it back.
I feel like that is every
sore.
every father in a birthing suite.
And I was like, I get it that you want to have fun, but I fucking need that.
Like, how fun is this?
I'd be huffing so much gas that my voice would go funny.
Oh,
You know, like when you start like, oh.
like that. Yeah.
And I made myself a birthing playlist. I think I told you this before. And I just put all my absolute favourite songs on it. And The Power of Love came on, Celine Dion, and it's my grandparents' wedding song. I just burst into tears sobbing.
Aww.
My grandparents are never going to meet my baby. I love them so much. Just and my dad. So it's gone from like, from gas, party times, pumping to the music like I'm at some sort of pub to downhaul like a drunk girl who's crying now.
Yeah, back of the taxi.
And then the pain got too much where the gas wasn't enough, gal. And then that's where I started to get mean.
Oh.
Samuel would always tell people about how I chucked the cloth at him. He put a cloth on me, I grabbed it straight away and just chucked it away. Apparently I threw it right back at his face. It's very upsetting for him.
How dare that wet flannel
I
just
know.
swipe past you, Samuel. Like, calm down.
Oh, you poor little baby.
When you're literally getting ripped from here to next year.
Oh, man. And then I reached the point of I can't handle this anymore. This is too much. I was crying. I was, Samuel was crying because he felt so bad for me.
Yeah.
And then I was at 10 centimetres and the midwife would be like, do you have an urge to push, Sam? And, and you could tell they were all like, it's going to be happening any minute. And I was like, I do not have an urge to push. They're like, just give it a go. Just try and push. And when I would try and push, it just didn't feel right. And so then I started to get psycho. I was like, I want an epidural fucking now. And they're like, yeah, well, we can ask one for you, Sam, but if you're at 10 centimetres. I was like, no, I've been like, this was after like an hour or something, or 2 of being at 10 centimetres and not having a desire to push. So I was like, you're all fucking lying to me. Don't treat me like I'm fucking stupid. I'm sorry I'm being so mean, but I need it. I'm done.
Oh my God.
Like, and I lost it. I was like, to Samuel, I was like, they're treating me like I'm stupid.
He would have freaked out, wanting to help you, but also being like, we need to listen to the medical professionals.
He was like, just get it for her. So scared. And then I had the epidural after that came, and I was just like, oh, this is great. I fell asleep.
Oh.
And they gave me an ice block, and then the obstetrician came because the midwife was like, this is not happening.
Yeah.
Basically, the long and short of it was the obstetrician was like, thank God you got an epidural, hun, because your gal had gone right back up the top. It's like Luna had come down, come out and been like, oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
And went back up. So basically from there it was quite quick. They were going, you need to sign this piece of paper, you need to do this. We're going to take you into the theatre. You might have to have an emergency C-section. But because I wasn't in pain anymore, I was very calm. Yeah. I was calmed right down. I was in...
No more swearing, no more yelling.
No, I was apologising.
No
I
more
turned
kicking
back
and
into
screaming.
the comedian. They got me into theatre and they're like, you need to push this thing out. Try real hard, even though I can't feel the pushing because I'm all numbed up. But if not, we're going to have to cut you open. So I was determined to not have a C-section. You know, I've already gone through that point. It was just get it out. But yeah, we eventually pushed her. I pushed her out, and things happened down there that weren't great, but that's fine. All recovered now.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I pooped. Because I asked the lady, I was like, oh, you know, and like, so like, did I poop or anything? And she was just like, I was like, oh man, I definitely did. She's like, maybe we just won't say or something like that. I was like, oh, okay, so that means yes.
Yeah, that's not a hard no.
But then, she came out and me and Sam were just absolutely chuffed. I had my mum and sister on FaceTime because they couldn't come into theatre.
Yeah.
And my sister just kept the whole time going, could you just get a firmer hold on her? Because I'm apparently just like, whoa, my boobs are out, my baby's out, and Samuel's crying. And we were just chuffed and
nice.
Yeah, in love. We actually mentioned last week about birth stories, and someone sent in their birth story. I thought you might enjoy it, Gal.
Yeah, go on.
Hey gals, I just wanted to send you a quick message to say I'm loving the pod. And just on birth stories, I actually listened to your first ep when I was in labour with my little boy Will. And he's listened to every episode ever since. So you're right there with me, gals, and I appreciated that. So cute.
That's so cool. Baby Will.
That's so nice.
We welcomed Will into the world. That's so special. I'd never thought
we would be part of someone's birth story.
And I wouldn't listen to me during birth. What about you, Gal, with Miller?
Miller, he is 5.5, so gosh, it's going back a wee while now. But Miller, I run a tight ship at the best of times, you know, like everyone knows me if I run an event, I have got that run sheet down packed. Miller was due October 30th. He came October 30th.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. I'll just add, actually, Luna was 12 minutes before her due date.
Oh.
So she's an on-time gal as well.
Good on her.
Bless these kids.
Yeah. So my waters broke, like, I don't know, one night in the middle of the night. The next morning.
Oh, no, not in bed.
Well, to be honest, it wasn't even that dramatic, which is so off-brand for me.
Mate, when mine had to be broken once I was in there, Niagara Falls. I swear to God, mate, I couldn't believe how much and it would more contractions. Another Niagara Fall would come out.
No, Miller had like nicked up the top, so like gravity, unless he was like moving around to like slosh it out of the bloody pit and down out of my body, there was nothing like, you know, just not that much. So anyway, the next day I actually had a midwife appointment anyway.
Sorry, what? Your water broke?
Yeah.
But you weren't in labour?
No.
Okay.
The next morning when I woke up, text the backup midwife, because that's who I had on that day. It was my first time meeting her. So I was like, that's good because it's probably going to happen today. And yeah, so we still nothing at lunchtime. Yeah, and just... I mean, during my pregnancy, I had done the hypnobirthing course and I was like real into that, and I decided I didn't want to give birth at the hospital. I wanted to give birth at St. George's, which is like a birthing centre, but not...
Bougie hospital to birth.
Yeah, so I wanted to be there, and pretty much when I went and saw the midwife at lunchtime, she was like, your choices are... if the baby hasn't come tonight by 9 o'clock, I know. She's
I
like,
don't think he's coming by 9.
I know. She's like, you either go to the hospital at 9 o'clock tonight, or if you can choose and you can stay at home if you're comfortable, but then you have to go to Women's Hospital at 8 a.m. in the morning and have the baby at hospital. And I was like, first time mum, you know, you're like, I want to stick to my birth plan. I don't want to not do that. So I went home and it was raining so hard. Mike had taken the day off work, you know, because he was like, well, I guess this is happening today.
The boy's got to be here by 9.
I know. So he's at home. And then I'd heard old wives' tales And one of them was about clary sage. Do you know about that?
What?
Clary sage, it's like an essential oil or something. Anyway, so you're meant to like put it on your tummy to help bring on contractions. So I read the instructions and it's like, get a big warm bowl, fill it with hot water,
God
put
you
a
read the
couple.
instructions.
I know, thank God I read them. Put a couple of like drops in, put the flannel in, wring it out, put the wet flannel on your puku. And I was like, this feels very diluted.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So I wring it out and
It's
I
like
open
when
it
you
up.
put tiger balm in your
I
ear.
know. And then I'm just sprinkling oil all over the flannel, slapping that thing on my tummy.
Slapping that thing.
Yeah, within half an hour, we on.
We on, boy.
We on.
Wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
Miller's coming.
I know. So that was, 3 o'clock I did that, 3:30 contractions start. And I was like, thank God, that's so good. So contractions sort of, on and off all afternoon, all evening. And then Michael's mum, bless her, she had to get off the phone and tell me the midwife is on their way. They live an hour away.
Oh, when you're in labour and someone says something like 10 minutes, that is 10,000 years away.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
the amount of pain you're in, you just cannot fathom it being
I
any
know.
longer than it already is.
She eventually turns up and I was like, oh, thank Christ. And then she was like, no, I'm not going to check you yet. You seem very calm, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it's my hypnobirthing. I'm actually just really calm. Like, I'm fine.
I practiced being calm.
Because I'm like lying on the bed being like, it hurts. But I'm not like
You're not
screaming and
grimacing.
yeah. So I'd done lots of breathing and thinking about this bloody rose petals opening and all this sort of stuff and the baby coming out the centre of the rose and all this J breathing and whatnot.
My God, rose petal breathing.
I know. I had a whole
We
clear
did
file.
a different hypnobirthing.
I had a whole clear file full of like notes that I'd made myself and like visual reminders and like little like nice things that I could hang up with like, you got this, girl. All this shit. And
You
then
were born
anyway,
for this.
I convinced the midwife to check me. I'm like, I know, I really think you should. So she's like, okay, if it makes you
She's
feel
like,
better,
"Oh, fine,
all
put
right
my hands
then."
in there.
So anyway, she checks me and she's like, yeah, we got to get this show on the road. So I'm going to head to hospital now or to the St. George's and you're going to follow me. Michael pulls the car up the driveway, gets his mum. He opens the back door for me. So I'm not sitting in the back.
Gosh.
I just had my head in a wet flannel the whole car ride. It took me forever to get there. And then finally got there. I get in the pool. 3 hours, because it's like midnight by this stage. 3 hours of pushing. The baby's not coming. The baby's not coming. And I'm like, what is going wrong? Why is this damn baby not coming?
3 hours.
Yeah.
And did anything feel wrong?
No, but turns out I just didn't know that between each push, you're meant to like bear down and brace and hold the baby there. So every time I would push, and then I would just completely let go and he'd go, zoop. So I was just
Right.
like,
So you were just
I just assumed you'd push and the baby would stay and then you'd push more and it would get further and further out.
Right.
So anyway, and then after
So
a while.
once you figured out how to push.
Yeah. Once I figured out how to push after 3 hours, they said, look, if the baby doesn't come this time round, you're getting out and we're going to hospital. And they had rung a bell at one point and there was all these people in the room and I think they were gearing up. And I was like, you know what? I've done a couple of fake pushes in there because I got really tired. So I think now I better get on with it.
Sorry. You did fake pushes?
Not intentionally, but I felt the contraction come and I was like, I just can't be bothered. I'm so tired. It's been a long day.
So you're like this.
100%. I was lying in the pool. Why I do not want that sound on a podcast. It was so weird. I did a fake push and the baby did not come. And I was like, okay, we're on now. I've got to get this baby out of me.
So once you figured out that you needed to bear down, how much longer did it take?
I don't know, maybe like within 20 minutes, half an hour. I don't know. I can't actually
First
really
time mum
remember.
problems, eh?
Yeah. So anyway, I'm in the pool. The baby finally bloody comes out. And then I can hear the midwives all like sort of humming to each other, like muttering around. And I was like,
What's wrong?
yeah. And they were like, oh, there was just no blood. And I was like, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Like, I'm so clean. Like, I have any idea about what's going on. And in the video, when I watch it back, I'm literally like, birth the baby, put it on. And I'm like, do you want him? I was just knackered. I was like,
it.
get the baby. Someone check the baby. I can't even hold up my own body in this pool, let alone another child. God. Anyway, they start muttering, the blood hasn't come. So if you could just stand up. So I'm standing above still legs in the pool, but my body's out of the water. I birthed the placenta, and all of a sudden, all the blood from inside of my body comes out, sprays back up the walls like a murder scene.
Up the walls?
Yeah, up the walls.
Up the walls?
They were like, we need to get you lying down. And so there's all these bloody footprints from the pool all the way to the bed. I couldn't make it to the bed without being like, I'm going to pass out. So I had to stop and sit on the
It's like
toilet.
a hemorrhage or...
Yeah, postpartum hemorrhage. All the blood came out of me. And then
I thought you were going to talk about the poo in the pool that Michael had to scoop up.
I
but
was
no.
really trying to skirt over that. I thought maybe you might have forgotten.
I definitely remember the pooper scooper boy.
We've all had that, and if you think you haven't, you definitely have, and your midwife just didn't tell you, for goodness sake. But
God,
anyway,
up the walls.
I know. So I've got
Wow.
these pictures of me
Jeez.
after I've given birth, just wrapped from head to toe in towels, pulling a shaka.
Bloody
I'll have to
stoked,
send
yeah.
it to you. I look like death. Like I've lost all of the blood out of me. I am whiter than a ghost. It is
Oh,
insane.
gal.
And yeah, never felt the need to do that again. So here we are with one blessed wee baby boy.
Oh my gosh. I hope you enjoyed our birth stories there. It's actually, God, you forget.
Yeah.
Which at the time you think, I will never forget any of this. But you do, you move on and wow. If you want to share anything with us, as always, Bestie Boos Show on Instagram.
Yeah.
When you don't put things back in the proper place. The other night, I recently bought some new underwear and socks, so I was like, oh, I need to go through my existing stuff and like do a clean out. So as I was going through, I thought, okay, this is something you've put off for a year and 4 months now. So when Sam died, not long after he died, I ended up putting his whole dresser of clothes into the spare room.
Maybe the whole thing.
Put the whole thing
Yeah.
in there and just left it.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to deal with that. I took out the stuff like hanging up in the wardrobe mainly because I needed that space. I left a couple of his favourite shirts in there
Yeah.
so I don't feel like a total heartless bitch.
You are not, but I love that.
So the whole dresser is in the spare room. But, Sam's mum said to me the other day, like, oh, I've been wondering, what have you done with Samuel's clothes? Have you done? I was like, oh, I've honestly done nothing about it. I've even still got his underwear. And stuff. And I was thinking maybe I'd get a blanket made out of his clothes or a teddy bear
Not
or
his
something.
undies.
She goes, I was like, but I'll probably have to throw out the underwear. And I seen her face like, yeah. And I felt like the look she kind of gave was a bit like, you still have those? And so then I felt a bit like shamed about it, a bit fucking mad. So I was like, okay. When I was throwing out my undies, I was like, I'll go and get Sam's and I'll throw his ones out at the same time.
I get that though.
Yeah.
It's a bit like, boys, I don't know. It's sad.
It's sad.
Yeah.
So I'm in there and I'm pulling out the Bonds ones, the jockey ones. I'm like, oh, I remember these. Oh, and I remember these ones. I'm like, oh, I remember taking these ones off.
Oh, get it, girl.
And so I've got all the underwear out there. And then I just look at them and I was just like, I don't want to throw them out.
I don't blame you, gal.
And I was crying over Sam's fucking Bonds and
Yeah.
jockey underwear. And so I took them with mine and I chucked them all in the bin. And I did it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, but did I want to keep at least one pair of underwear? And I overthought the whole thing. But yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
And that's all I've done. The rest of the clothes are still all in the drawers. And
Yeah.
I felt sad about it and it sucked. And but I was real weird
Yeah.
crying over underwear.
I get that though, because it's like so final.
So yeah. Oh, yeah, I thought I'd share that. It's just, oh, mate, there's so much parts to it all.
So have the bins been collected?
No, not yet.
Because I'm thinking you could get those out and use those to stuff the teddy bear you make out of the shirt. You might need to rewash them now that they've been sitting in the wheelie bin for a week. You know?
Oh, mate, gosh, the things you do, eh?
Oh,
Anywho.
God.
So the billboard went great. Really
It
happy
did,
with that.
yeah.
I forgot to mention that I've ordered stickers off Temu.
Have you?
Yeah, Karen, who listens to our podcast, she has a business and she used Temu to make vinyl stickers.
Oh, yeah.
And she said they were so cheap and they turned out really well.
Okay.
So I spent $20
Yeah.
and got 2 different types of stickers. And I'll let you know how they go when they
So
arrive.
what have we got on the stickers?
One was just like a circle one with our logo. And then the other one is the billboard.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I just thought, I
cool.
don't know what we're going to do with them, gal, but if anyone's got any ideas, holler.
How many did you get?
100 of each. It's $10.
Yeah. I know. That's just 200 stickers. That's all.
I know, but remember what my sister said?
She wants one on her car.
She does. Family will put them on her car. So we'll go around there and present her with her one for her car.
Yeah, and I look forward to seeing that in
Same.
traffic.
I can't wait seeing that on her car. Okay, but for the final thing here, I've come up with an idea, but it's only half the idea. So this is where I need the Bestie Boo people. Please come up with ideas and send them to Instagram or whatever, or message me. I think we need to do a midwinter challenge. I have a pool out there. It is definitely not heated.
No.
Okay? We're not bougie. It is
No.
not a heated pool. I would say right now the temperature in it at a guess would be 8 degrees.
And I think,
That's fucking cold. That's like
Yeah.
a plunge pool cold, isn't it? Plunge pools are that cold, aren't they?
I don't know, Gal, I'm not a plunger.
Neither. But I think one of us will be come very soon because I think we need some sort of
Oh my
competition against each other. I don't know what the competition is.
I'm cold just thinking about it.
But the loser has to jump in the pool because we did this in September last year. So that was spring. And you should see the video of us. It's so funny. So imagine what it's going to be like in the middle of winter if I get multiple camera angles and close-up shots.
Oh my God. I don't think anyone
I think
wants
it's
to
a
see
great
that.
marketing tool. People see that. They go, well, that's so funny. Who are they? I want to hear more. Great idea, Samantha. All good. All right, guys.
What is this challenge meant to be, though?
I don't know. That's what I just said.
Okay, so we need to put up a poll or a question box and be like, what should we?
Yes.
Oh, I hate challenges.
Let's get her. Okay. Have a great day, great afternoon, great evening, whenever you listen. Thanks so much for tuning in. Anything you'd like to wrap up with?
No, I just hope that everybody has a phenomenal week and I'm really enjoying doing this. So thank you so much for listening.
Oh, cute. Bye. Ka kite
Ciao.
ano.